We're here. One Piece chapter 1020. Okay. We're not exactly here because the chapter rarely ain't out yet, but you know, it's no chapter. It's the Friday, so y'all know what comes with it. Predictions. Yes. Sweet, dripping wet predictions. That's how I picture predictions. I'm sorry. But anyway, guys, how y'all feeling? Hope y'all are having a good week. I know we haven't got on One Piece this week, but hopefully these predictions can help soothe or fill that void that you have deep within you. Okay, this started off a bit weird. Let's reel it back a bit and go to the subscribe button. Just subscribe, calm down, take some time there, turn on post notifications, drop a like. And I think after you do that, we'll be all calmed down. And then we can get into the predictions, right? Because the last chapter, we booming, baby. It was booming. It was out of this world, baby. It was definitely one of those up chapters that people enjoyed. I mean, so much conversation. People are talking about so many different things. I think the main topic of conversation we can say is Sanji, but then we can't forget about that other plot point of the ships, the world government ships. CP0, I saw people talking about, yo, is Rob Lucci on the ship? I don't think so. I think it's pretty clear that he's not on the ship based on how he was talking, the dialogue, and just his surroundings, right? So I don't think they're on the ship. But with these predictions, there are a lot of things we can explore. There are a lot of things we can dive into because there's so many subplots going on right now. Oh, yes, the main focus. We get it, right? I know what y'all are trying to see. Luffy versus Kaido, Zoro versus Sanji. Not Zoro versus Sanji. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to trigger anyone. Zoro versus King, Sanji versus Queen. Now, in regards to the totem pole, Sanji just made things a bit more interesting. I'm not going to lie. Because Sanji versus Queen is like, all right, I'm interested in the tech and seeing how that works out. But for the most part, let me see Zoro versus King and let me see Luffy versus Kaido because those are going to be lit. But now it's Sanji where he's literally lit, right? The boy is on fire right now. Not saying that Sanji's a Lunarian, but that is a possibility. But right now, Sanji just made this Queen fight a bit more interesting because he just got a crazy power up, right? He went from being a regular ass nigga to being somewhat of a mutant, right? Because his bones regenerated. I don't want to call him a cyborg or even a robot because I don't think those things are apt, right? Because there's some weird things going on with Sanji, but he's transformed. And so now I want to see how his powers manifest, right? Exactly how much power does he have? And I want to see tech versus tech. I want to see the tech chase. I want to see the edge guard. Like, how are we going to do that, right? Queen versus Sanji. Some people understand what I'm referencing there because Oda did do a little Smash Bros, hint, little Smash Bros homage in the last chapter, which I thought was beautiful, right? So if you hear any Smash lingo, it's not because of that. It's because I play Smash from time to time. But I'm just saying. Anyway, in regards to priority for me, Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, those fights. Then outside of that, the ships. It's funny because these ships, right? They're here. They're like, well, if Kaido loses, by the slight chance that Kaido loses, we're going to invade. Okay. So you're telling me, right? You're telling me that they dispatched all these fucking ships. They sent all you niggas over here just in case Kaido loses after CP0 just said there's no fucking chance Kaido loses. So why the hell would you dispatch all these ships? All these niggas was chilling with their wives, girlfriends, side pieces. You just said, yo, we got to go over to Wano. Why? Because Kaido probably won't lose, but we just want to make it look interesting. We want to spice things up in Wano a little bit, but we're not sure what's going to happen. Are you really not sure what's going to happen? Or are you scared of what's gonna happen? You just don't want to say it. You know Luffy's gonna win, but you're like, you know what? There's no chance, right? There's no chance, right? But we're gonna send some niggas over there. That's what we're gonna do. So that's what they did. So anyway, we have ships waiting. Well, ships are on the way really close to Wano, and now people are building out the lore, right? They're trying to headcanon exactly what's gonna happen. We're not gonna do that here today because we're gonna talk about that maybe this weekend, maybe next week. The uber ramifications of the ships being here and what could transpire there. Right now, it's like predictions for next chapter. Nothing is gonna come of the ship's next chapter. Oda may tease someone that's on the ship, right? He may do that because right now just ships. And we're like, okay, it could be some fodder on the ship coming to fight. We don't care about them, right? Frankie, Jinbei, all those different people, they can handle the fodder, but who's of importance? Who is the threat? We understand the world government, they're a threat. They carry a lot of weight, right? They carry a lot of weight, but who's the threat that we have to worry about? Because nigga, I don't know. Right now, I'm just thinking, okay, maybe some SSG. This is a really great way to debut them. Smoker showing up. You gotta have the boy Green Bull. We haven't even seen this nigga's face yet. Wouldn't be mad at Fujitora coming and trying to help Momonosuke hold up the island. Just saying, that's something that he can do. But there's so many possibilities going on here. So I think Oda maybe teases something with that, but that's not gonna be a focus, right? It's too sweet. It's too juicy. It's too juicy. And Oda doesn't like to give us too much juicy. Y'all know how Oda writes. So we're not going to get too much of that plot point. I don't think. So what do we get? Well, there's the most unpredictable, hyperactive fight that's going on right now. Ryuzo versus Fukurokujo. If I was a betting man, and you ask me where Raizo versus Fukurokuju would land on the totem pole in regards to One Piece fights, it'd be right there behind Fortrix and Daifugo. Right behind there. I never thought Raizo versus Fukurokuju would be one of the last fights. I mean, I understand he's a scabbard, right? So I'm being a bit facetious. He's a scabbard, so he's going to be of somewhat importance, but Bro Jack is done. Jinbei's done. Frankie's done. Robin's done. We think Nami and Usopp's done. Fukurokuju versus Raizo is still going on. Now, it's very important because it's telling a story. It's like a little small story that Oda's wrapping up and telling us, hey, this is pretty important because this decision, the decisions that Raizo made versus the decision that Fukurokuju made, well, technically they're both not wrong, or they both are wrong, because Raizo, he went against the state, where for Fukurokuju, he went against what was right. So I think Oda's gonna drill down on that and try to, kind of tingle our moral heartbeats a little bit, because again, if somebody goes against the state, which Raizo did, he's wrong. Whomever is in power, that's who you should follow. But for Fukurokuju, what they were doing were obviously wrong. It was a coup. You can't serve them because they're bad people, but Fukurokuju's filling his duty. But then it comes back to it, I've talked about this before, selfishness, self-preservation. So we may get some of that. Now, what I want to see, Big Mom. So Oda has done a masterful job of putting Big Mom, I can't even say masterful because my nigga's like, at this point, I'm not trying to see Big Mom fall on her face again. I'm not trying to see Big Mom take a tumble from a motorcycle again. I don't want to see Big Mom trip over no damn iron that Kid is throwing at her again. I want to see Big Mom in all her full glory, right? That may have a different meaning, but you guys understand what I'm saying. I'm tired of Big Mom being downplayed. The thing is though, as One Piece fans, and we've all done it, especially recently, it's like, okay, things happen to Big Mom. Then we're like, well, that happened, but Big Mom is really strong. Like, she's really strong. I promise you, she's really strong. But she got ran over by a motorcycle. Yeah, but she's really strong. But then she lost her memory but she's really strong. And I'm tired of the story trumping like our common sense. Like, we understand Big Mom is really strong. Show it. Again, she hasn't taken any damage, and we will never question her strength. But Lemony Snicket, man, there's a series of unfortunate events that always seems to plague Big Mom. And unfortunately, it has completely affected the character and how people view her. No one takes Big Mom seriously. Like, we understand she is intimidating when the story wants her to be. But in general, just talking to people in the fan base, right? Not even diehards, casuals. They're like, I don't know about Big Mom. Big Mom's cool, but Kaido, right? Like, Big Mom, she kind of dope, but Kaido. So hopefully Big Mom gets some more love. Now, within that entire thing, we have Kid and Killer. They have to somewhat communicate because Hawkins, a slimy bastard, he has, I don't know, Kid's voodoo heart. So at this point, Killer, every time he attacks Hawkins, Kid gets hurt. So we got a quandary here. He has to figure it out. Now you have the master figure outer, right? I could say master solver or whatever. We have the master figure outer in Law, where I'm sure Law is going to help in some way, and then they're going to figure it out. But I want to see Law go ham. Now, a topic of conversation that's been recently happening is like, okay, well, where did Law's power jump come from? Like, how strong is Law now? Like, back then in Dressrosa, no one was going to put him over Doflamingo. Now people are easily scaling Law over Doflamingo. I'm like, Law didn't even train. He just got stronger. Curtain. It is what it is. Doesn't really matter. Just something that I thought was funny in a topic of conversation. Now, what else is happening? The elephant in the room. Well, the Funk Freed in the room. We got to talk about it because it's so apt that Funk Freed is being mentioned here because Enies Lobby pot this. Okay, so seeing Rob Lucci saying go after Nico Robin at all costs, I had to wipe my eyes because I'm like, didn't this happen already? Didn't y'all already get y'all asses whooped? Why are you going after Nico Robin again? She's off limits. Luffy will not allow you to get her, but Luffy is a bit preoccupied right now. He's fighting against what some may say the strongest creature alive. He's a bit preoccupied. So now it comes down to the other guys. Zoro's preoccupied, Sanji's preoccupied, Frankie should be free, Jinbei should be free, but the person that's close to Robin right now is actually Brook. Now, Brook has not had a spectacular moment so far in Wano. Like, he's had some small moments, but he hasn't had a Brook moment, right? Brook, he always comes through in the clutch. That's my clutch guy. He's so cold. But that's the guy you lean on, right? To come through when we need him to come through. Like Whole Cake Island, so many times. So many times, even in the face of someone that had future sight. Brook still got through that and accomplished the goal of breaking Mother Carmel's photo and fighting Big Mom. Young lady, what fool would prepare to die? Ah! Brook is so damn cold. So now what does he do? CP0 probably makes their move here. I've said this a couple times now. When Nico Robin passed out, they had the eyes on her. Now they know exactly where Nico Robin is. They go after her. Brook, I don't think Brook can stop multiple CP0 members. Because if he can, CP0 is even more trash than CP9. And CP9 was not trash. right? They had a 3-1 lead as well, right? They were up so big. They were favorites going into the series as well because they, you know, they played the Straw Hats in the regular season and then they dominated. They swept them in the regular season, 3-0. So then going into the playoffs, which is Enies Lobby, everybody's like, well, you know, the Straw Hats, they've come together. They've gotten better as a team, right? More chemistry. All the best players, they've gotten a little better working on their jump shot, passing, defense. But CP9 was still the favorites. Got bodied. I mean, to be honest, one could say Sanji mid-div job, bro. Luffy was definitely an extreme diff versus Rob Lucci, but Zoro, high diff Kaku. But based on how CP9 defeated the Straw Hats in Water 7, I was like, who we gonna call? We gotta call somebody because there's no way. They got no chance. And that's kind of how we felt at the beginning of Wano. It was like, well, Luffy just got demolished by Kaido. Luffy just got demolished by Kaido again. Does he have a chance now? Enies Lobby Part 2. Nico Robin is the focus. What makes the most sense here? Well, if Oda wants to prolong the story, he lets Nico Robin get taken again. However, from what we know, that's not what Oda wants. He wants to start wrapping up the story. So taking away the one chick that can probably get him to laugh tail, I don't think that's gonna happen, right? I think there's gonna be a moment where she gets captured, right? Because Straw Hats get captured all the damn time. All the damn time. Nami's gonna be captured, Usopp's been captured, Luffy's been captured. Shit, Zoro's been captured because he just got lost, right? He got captured by the people of Bisu Town because he didn't know how to get away. So then it becomes, hey, get back Nico Robin. But there has to be a twist. People have been talking about the axe and then the tragedy. The only tragedy so far in Wano has been the Big Mom Pirates. Seriously, other than Perospero, the Big Mom Pirates. Embarrassing. Just embarrassing. Imagine at the next Yonko Summit, when they pull up the highlights of the Big Mom Pirates, they're gonna be like, wait, you guys can get up a waterfall? But King, yes, okay, the next time. But Marco, fair. What about after that? You guys can get up a goddamn waterfall? Flampe, you seem to can float. Daifuku, you can use a genie that can seemingly float. What is happening with you guys? It is embarrassing what's happening to the Big Mom Pirates. That they're literally, they haven't been in the arc. I can't tell you how many people were excited when they showed up because like, oh snap, the Big Mom Pirates are here. Things are gonna get a bit more nasty. Nothing got nasty. The only thing that got nasty was Big Mom falling out of the ship and we could see her thong. That didn't actually happen, but what if? What if though, right? I don't want to dismiss the King identity thing and Yamato going underground to disarm a bomb. Like, Yamato turned into James Bond and shit. I don't know what's going on there, right? Like she's like, I gotta go do this so we can. What are you doing? What are you doing? Did you plant the bomb? How do you know to do this? Anyway, personally, I think it's so much to get to. You gotta touch on Law, Big Mom, and Kid. The Hawkins plot point. You show us a bit of Luffy, you know, them fighting. Get away from that. The Yamato stuff, she's just a fan favorite. So you gotta always show us Yamato. Momonosuke, that's very important as well. So you show us Momonosuke getting a bit better. But ultimately, you gotta start wrapping things up. So maybe the end of the Raizo Fukurokuju fight. Probably towards the end of the chapter, some Sanji lore. And then Nico Robin danger zone type thing, showing that CP0, they're outside of the building and they're on the move. That's how you end the chapter coming off of a break, right? Because we're like, oh, they're making a move, bro. We gotta do, they're making a move, bro. But guys, yeah, give me your thoughts. What do you think happens? What are your expectations for One Piece chapter 1029? Because it is incoming, boys. Not this week, unfortunately. Next week, it'll be here, right? So let's just be patient. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at BragoDAce. Follow me on Instagram at BragoD.Ace. Thank you to my patrons. I appreciate you guys all so much. Again, guys, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
I start doubting me, I felt lost. I rewrite it.